Machias! Hang out with me! I'm sad. Hello. I'll be taking a look around the Ruhr Institute of Technology soon. It's practically the premier the emotions are hitting me so hard I can't word. Technical university in the country. So I think any time I spend there will be to my benefit. I would imagine so. We did go inside during our field study, but that was just for Professor Smith's request, so we didn't explore much. Still, it's very you to make a break for the nearest school when we finally get a little time to rest. Well, if there's something I can only see while we're here, why wouldn't I? Maybe you should do the same. No better way to lift your spirits than to go reading's hard. Than to get your mind off of what's getting you down. I'll keep that in mind, thanks. Maybe he's right. Checking out the Institute probably would cheer me up. Yeah, I think you're onto something there. Would it be okay if I tagged along? Of course! I was kind of hoping you would. Shall we? Friendship? Oh. Whoa! What was that? Sorry about that, guys. Hey, I recognize you two. You guys came here for a field study one time. 1 second. That was my phone. You guys came here for a field study one time with your classmates, right? Hit the nail on the head, but mind explaining what those two tiny cars are? Actually, I think I remember seeing them during our field study too. These babies? They're a new kind of toy that we're developing. We're calling them orbital remote-controlled cars. They're basically little cars that run on orbital power that you can drive around with these radio frequency control devices. With things settling down here in Ruhr, we're off to test our new and improved ones all around. That's some impressive technology. You've replicated the look of the Reinford Company's Lux line of vehicles very well too. Oh, do you recognize them, Machias? With the number of cars on the roads of Heimdall, you start to recognize different models after a while. So I eventually decided to start doing some research into what each one had to offer. The Lux series was one of the ones that I found myself particularly fond of, so its name stuck in my head. Now, there's a man with taste. If you can appreciate the beauty of these little babies, you're gonna go far in life. Actually, you're just the kind of guy who we'd like to give this thing a little test run. Are you serious? As serious as we've ever been. We want as many people playing with these things as possible, right? Oh, actually, it'd be great if you could grab another friend too. 3 people racing against each other wouldn't just be awesome, but would also provide us with some valuable data. Well, in that case, we'd be happy to play with your cars for you. And I already know who our third will be, though I'd hardly call him a friend. Wait, you're not thinking of Jusis? Yep, he was. Of all the things you could summon me out of the blue for, a toy car race? Still, it's not as though I have anything better to do. I accept your challenge. Heh, smile while you still can. I expect you to give this all too, Reen. Give this your all. Okay, if you insist. Well, now that you know the controls, the course will take you from here, round the front of the RF building, and to the top of the steps over near F. You're going to have to chase after your cars, though, since the orbital waves have a limited range. Well then, shall we get started? Take your positions. Ready, set, go! The cars left the starting line and the race of the century began. The three of them chased furiously words after their cars, struggling to adjust to the unfamiliar controls. And as they finally neared the finish line, Jusis and Machias hit their competitive peak, each one desperate to claim victory. Gah! Get the hell out of my way! Kneel before me, fool! Guys, calm down a bit, or you're gonna... Oh. What? Impossible! Oh. We have our winner. In first place, Rien Swarzer. Seriously? It was a neck-and-neck race, but once they crashed their cars, Jusis and Machias didn't stand a chance. Looks like you got a bit carried away at the wheel there, fellas. Ugh, that was careless of me. This is completely ridiculous. But we got some fantastic data thanks to you three. We'll have to get this back to the lab and start brainstorming improvements right away. Great work, you guys. Thanks. Friendship. The race complete, Jusis went back to whatever he was doing, and the researchers skipped off gleefully to the Institute. Phew, didn't expect that would end up being such a big thing. I'm a little frustrated that I didn't manage to come in first. But if the whole thing cheered you up, I'd say it was well worth doing. Thanks, Machias. That means a lot. Hey, no need to make a big deal out of it. On a more pragmatic note, I can't see something like toy cars becoming very successful during wartime. Just another reason for us to fight for peace, I suppose. Yeah, that's a fight I'm sure we'll win. Besides, if these things ever make it to market, we can have another race. Sounds good to me. Next time, I'm taking Jusis down. That's the spirit. The slightly sadistic, competitive spirit. Nice. Who else do I have on my list? Probably... Let's check my link. Let's see. Jusis. Let's hang out with Jusis, wherever he may be. Ah, he's on the bottom floor. Oh, Jusis. I wish to speak with... Light pole. Wish to speak with you. Oh, wait. Wait. Jusis! Jusis! I'll be heading out shopping soon. From our perspective, causing one of the four great houses to withdraw from the war is a momentous achievement. But for my brothers, it's likely all within the realm of expectation. I doubt we've caused him a moment's hesitation. The only thing it's done is reclassify us as more of a threat. So we'll need to be more careful than ever as we fly around. Yikes. Yeah. Didn't even think about that. Still, I would not advise becoming so cautious that we're unable to get anything done. But that's a thought for another time. Right now, you should focus on taking some time to unwind. I think I will. Thanks, Jusis. Resting up wouldn't be so bad, but maybe I should join him in his shopping. Let's go! Can I join you? Honestly, shopping for supplies sounds like it could relieve some stress just as well as a nap. Do what you will. My first stop is our farms. For some weaponry! Are you really going to use all these whetstones on your sword? And how much reinforcing tape does that hilt need? Better to be too well prepared than found wanting in a pinch. Particularly with the future as uncertain as it is. I would expect my father is already aware of what happened here in Nordia. Knowing him, he's probably already prepared to retaliate. Maybe you're right. Especially with him working on a soldats like these for his own personal use. Which is why we prepare ourselves as best as we can for whatever lies ahead. Speaking of, I still have a number of other things to buy, including a book that the war managed to delay. Come, we're going to the general store. Okay, sure. We're starting to pick up a lot, though. Think we're going to be able to carry all this back to the ship? Heh, we aren't doing anything, you are. What? Hurry and take these to the counter. We don't have all day. Oh, I'm his servant. I think my arms are starting to go dead. How'd you end up getting me to carry all this for you? I mean, I guess I could have said no, but still. Come now. You wouldn't make me waste my strength on such a heavy load, would you? Besides, given all of the time you spent assisting the student council, I would imagine you're used to menial tasks like this. Not wrong, but also a little offended. Just pretend I'm Toa. I doubt you ever give her any guff, no. There's a mental image I wasn't prepared for. Better that than leaving your mind free to focus on burdens you need not shoulder. Come along now. Wait, is he trying to keep me busy so I don't have time to think about what happened yesterday? That's really nice of him, in a cold, off-putting, useless sort of way. But even so, I'm grateful. Reinvigorated by Jusis's awkward show of kindness, Reen carried his baggage from shop to shop without a single word of complaint. The two spent a long time in each shop they visited, scanning the shelves and putting more and more into poor Reen's pile. While the experience was exhausting, it did indeed take his mind off of his worries. Oh my. Ugh. I get what he was trying to do, but I don't know how much more of this my arms can take. Come on, Jusis. You can at least take something. Anything. Jusis? Something in that magazine catch your eye? What is that? It's not the Imperial Chronicle. Look for yourself. The Noble Alliance marches to victory. The glorious Noble Alliance, led by Duke Cayenne and Chief of Staff Rufus Abarea, continues their victorious streak. Their quest to carry the country into a new, brighter future feels all the more complete with each new success. And it should only be a matter of time before the foolish Imperial Army is eradicated once and for all. The propaganda is rich in this. Well, this is quite the article. Not exactly going for the unbiased approach, are they? Of course not. I imagine the writers are just as much under the Alliance's thumb as those at the Imperial Chronicle. They're trying to manipulate public perception of the Alliance in preparation for their rule after the war is won. Both Duke Cayenne and my brother are thinking of not only how to win the war, but how to control Erebonia afterwards. That's how far ahead they're able to think. Sorry, Jusis. This must be hard on you. Still, that doesn't mean we're going to lose out by not doing the same. Instead of focusing on the way things might be, we should focus on here and now. What we can do to change things. If we do, I'm sure the future we want will fall into place. Wouldn't you agree? Well, I wouldn't disagree. So what if they're, thinking 3 moves ahead? That all falls apart if we do something to shake up their plans. You know, like liberating Ruhr. And that's just what we'll do. We'll get to the future we want. Heh, to think you're capable of such positivity so soon. But I suppose you still have much more of a capacity for it than I do. I want you back to your usual self as soon as possible, Reed. We won't be able to secure this future of ours otherwise. I'll see what I can do. It's the excellent power of friendship. Their shopping complete, They lugged their purchases back to the Courageous, stored them in the ship's hold, and went back into out into Ruhr. Yay! I am done with this stopover day. Time to return to the ship, which is topside. Oh wait, whoa! Is that a side quest? There's a side quest? Oh, who has it? Oh my god. Hello. Mystery side quest. Ah, hello, Reen. Hello, Reen. Can we not do this just for today? I feel like I should just wear a shirt that says, I'm sorry about her or something. Aw, come on. I'm just having a bit of fun with my two best pals. Besides, it's been so long since we've seen each other that she probably missed all the teasing. But, really? Sniffle. I'm just so happy to see you again. I was so worried this whole time. I never should have left you alone like that. You must have been really scared. I'm so sorry. I should be the one saying all that. Sniffle. Oh no. Here come the tears. It's very... Okay, you're such a dummy, Lind. There. It's great to see the two of you back together again. Reen, we owe you so much. We might not have ever seen each other again if it weren't for Class 7 in the Courageous. Now it's time for me to return the favor by joining the crew and doing all I can to help out. Sniffle. You better. Since I'm going to keep spicing up your lives as the ship's sexiness officer. That's not a... I don't think my airship... That's... Nothing. Never mind. I know you're trying to joke to cover up the facts that you're crying, but it's really not working. Boo. Fine. Let's just get on that ship. Follow me, I'll show you the way. Alright then. Thanks again, Reen. We'll see you later, okay? See you on board. So, not a mystery side quest, just a mystery, the new member of the crew. Time to go up down the escalator. Woo! Okay. Wait. Oh, it's downstairs. Is it? Yes. To the airport! Woo! Run, Reen. This way. No. This way. To the ship! Woo! Should I go and check on Valimar in the hold? If I do, I probably won't have the time to do anything else out here. It looks like the maintenance is nearly finished. Sure? Ah.
Wow, that must have been tough.
Yay.
Oh, okay.
How dare you? That's a B.
Greetings, my lady.
How are you feeling, Valimar? The battle yesterday must have been pretty hard on you.
I am fine. The damage to my armor and lost mana have largely recovered. I expect to be in peak condition before our next battle.
That's good to hear. Just listening to you talk, you really have changed since we first met. You seem to be talking a little more like a human now.
Is that so? That would suggest that my memory is slowly recovering.
What's that now?
The part of me in which memories are stored appears to be damaged. I have very few memories of the past, such as why I was sealed within the old schoolhouse to begin with. This includes my memories of language. Thus far, I have had to rely on the preset bare minimum of speech functionality. However, thanks in great part to your assistance, My speech functionality is slowly beginning to restore itself.
Does that mean that your memories of the past are starting to return too?
It is an indistinct memory, as if clouded by white noise. I seem to recall someone burdened by a great sadness, much like yourself.
That obvious, huh? I look that burdened to you? Someone died right before my eyes, and I was powerless to stop them. But the more I think about it, the more I realize that I might have been able to stop it from happening. And that regret's like a thorn stabbing into my heart. Was the person in your memory able to move past their burdens?
I am unable to find any memories that answer that question. However, I believe that your sense of regret is an entirely natural process for humans. Is that not the case?
Well, yeah, I guess.
Give thought to what you would do differently if confronted by the same situation again. If I can aid you, I shall.
Yeah, you're right. I can't undo the past, but I can at least make sure I don't make the same mistake a second time. Perhaps considering how to do that is the best thing that I can do right now. Thanks, Valimar. I feel a little better after talking to you.
Then all is well. I am afraid I must return to sleep. Should you require my aid again, you need only to call my name.
I need to keep on getting stronger. Strong enough that I can protect the people around me. The ship's maintenance is probably almost done now. Maybe I should take a nap or something while I wait for the others to get here? Yes, this is Reen Schwarzer speaking.
Hey there, Reen. George here. Do you have a minute?
George, is something wrong?
Well, I'm over at the Ruhr Institute of Technology at the moment, and an acquaintance of mine here has a pretty interesting proposal regarding your Divine Knight. How soon do you think you can come over?
A proposal? Who is this acquaintance of yours?
Well, it's the Institute's president, actually. Professor Schmidt, the Empire's foremost orbital researcher.
The name's G. Smith. I serve as this institute's president. I certainly wasn't expecting the pilot of the Ashen Knight to be only a boy. The Alliance ought to be damn near ashamed of themselves if they keep losing to a snot-nosed brat like you. I don't think that's any way to talk to a person you've only just met. Besides, he happens to be one of the students who helped get you that minor medal earlier in the year. And one of the students put out that request without any input from me. He should be kissing my boots for having the honor of assisting with my research, however indirect it was. Freaking, I want to punch you in the face. Some things never change. Putting that aside, is it true? Were you the one responsible for developing the Panzer Soldats? It is. Dukayan made the request and I agreed to it. I used the ancient robot Ordine, I'm pretty sure it's Ordine, and the society's archaisms as a result, reference point. Freaking, the Azure Knight's name confused me for a minute there. And then designed a frame that could be mass-produced, even with the Reinford Company's technological capabilities. Wow, you did that really fast, though. Afterward, I drew up plans for several models and oversaw the completion of a Drakon prototype a few months back. Oh, right. Oh, I keep thinking of the 3-month gap in between games. They had more than 3 months. They had way more. This was a plan, like, really deep in the making. Why do you ask? Do you have any idea what you've done? You're wasting your time, Reen. He develops whatever catches his interest, loses himself in it until he's done, and to hell with the consequences. The railway guns in Gralia Fortress and the orbital wave jamming device in Nord were both designed by him too. Unbelievable. Bah, humbug. An engineer who doesn't strive to satisfy his intellectual curiosity is a sad sight of an engineer. We just design things. It's up to their users to decide what to do with them. Do you get it now? It was because I couldn't cope with this part of him that I ended up going to the academy over here. Yeah, I totally get it, unfortunately. Oh, right. What made you come visit the professor to begin with? Ah, of course. That was what I called you here for. I was hoping I might be able to get some kind of advice or pointers from him. You know, about getting a new weapon for Valimar. Oh.
And if I might be so bold as to offer a word of advice, get Valimar a better sword, one like yours. If you think you're such hot stuff you can beat me without your 8 leaves training, you're in for a world of hurt.
Correct choice of armaments is indeed paramount. Selecting one the Awakener is well suited to will increase combat efficiency exponentially.
George told me about what you're after. He says you want a weapon capable of fighting on equal terms with the Azure Knight. We might have gone our separate ways, but he's still a former student of mine. I'm open to the possibility of designing something for you. Really? You'd make a weapon for Valimar? I said I'd be open to the possibility. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. If you want my help, I have one condition. Zamarian ore. Ring any bells for you, Reen? I think so. You used that to make weapons for us before, didn't you, George? Oh, you know of it? Saves me the effort of explaining it then. It's an extremely rare ore found here in Samaria. It's an astoundingly strong material that possesses a mysterious radiance within it. And what's more, as I learned while developing the Soldots, the frames of the Divine Knights are made up of that very ore, your Ashen Knight included. I had no idea. The double saber Ordine uses appears to be made of it too. Which, as I'm sure you figured out, means if you're ever going to compete against Crow, you're going to need a Tachi made of Zamarian ore too. Ah, gasp! Exclamation point. To make one, however, you're going to need a vast quantities of ore. Yet, it was only recently discovered how to refine the ore at all. Processing will be immensely difficult. But bring me the materials, and I'll be willing to assist you. The concept of a weapon that can compete against Divine Knights is of great interest to me. Even when you're helping people, it's only to help yourself. It'd be nice if you were doing it to atone for developing the Soldots, but I can't picture those words coming out of your mouth. The very thought makes me feel ill. Bear in mind, Zamarian ore is an incredibly rare material. I doubt you'll find enough of it to get the job done. Still, should you pull it off, I'll design you the finest Tachi you have ever laid your hands on. On my name as an engineer, I can promise you that. Thank you, Professor. This will be a great help to us. Rare or not, we're going to find all the Zamarian ore we can to make this work. I'll keep my expectations low. The advisory received on forging a new weapon for Valimar came from a surprising source, but they could not have asked for better. After politely excusing themselves, Reen and George left the Institute to reunite with the rest of the crew, and once the maintenance was declared complete, they boarded the Courageous and departed for Mur. Yay! touring Erebonia 3. Oh, Angelica's driving the ship now. I have to tell you, I'm impressed. I was expecting this beauty of a ship to be on the feisty side, but she's a real sweet girl. Cutting through the clouds like this feels wonderful. I could get used to this. Wow, I can't believe how quickly you've gotten the hang of it, Angie. Well, I'll be damned. Looks like you won't be needing me around any longer if you're this good with her. Why, thank you. I hereby accept the position of Chief Helmsman, the courageous second in command. She really is amazing. There's no one out there who can tame a vehicle as fast as Angie. We're not gonna have to worry about a thing with her around. Moving right along. The good news is that we were able to liberate Ruhr. I don't think any of us could have predicted how much the war situation would change in the process. Marquis Ragnar and his provincial army withdrew all from the conflict will have a profound effect going forward. Losing one of their key members is bound to be a painful loss to the Alliance. For one thing, it should make things easier for Lieutenant General Vander and the 3rd Armored Division. Their greatest concerns... why is the text box moving so much? Before now was the Nortia Provincial Army, after all. Why'd I say it like that? The Alliance's overwhelming supremacy is finally starting to sway. Only in East Erebonia, though. They still come out on top in the West. Right. Prince Olivert said as much, too. General Le Guin and Brigadier General Bardius are out there and claiming one victory after another. And then there's your brother, Jusis. Jusis. He's a brilliant leader, and it shows. I see. Be that as it may, all we can do is focus our efforts on the Eastern Front for now. That's what we were entrusted with, and fretting over things we can't change won't do us any good, right? That's putting it into perspective, yes. We've got our hands full over here as it is, so let's make every moment count. Time to get back to gathering all the info we can. Speaking of, mind giving us an update on this situation with Valmar's weaponry? Right. How could we have forgot? Professor Smith agreed to cooperate with us, didn't he? Cooperate is a strong word, Elisa. He only cares about what interests him. That it ends up benefiting us is purely secondary. And remember, he's only going to help if we happen to find enough Zubair ore to make the weapon. How we're going to get stuff that rare is beyond me, though. You said that Valmar himself is made of that ore, did you not? You wouldn't happen to have any ideas, would you, Emma? I'm afraid the Hexen clan knows very little concerning the creation of the Divine Knights. Some legends passed down through the clan say they were made during the time of the Great Collapse. Specifically, they were forged by artisans who called themselves gnomes. Huh, that's an interesting name. Another term from old stories, much like anyone else, but I had no idea a band of artisans by the name exists. Supposedly, they once worked closely with the clan's ancestors. But somewhere down the line, the witches and the gnomes ended up parting ways. I couldn't tell exactly when. Ah! Why'd that skip? I pressed it once! I pressed the button once, and that text box was there and then gone. How curious. Yeah, how curious. How fast that text box went away. Damn it. Maybe so, but none of that's going to help us find any ore. Our chances of finding enough were pretty slim to begin with. And know where you can get enough. but only if you're willing to overcome some very difficult trials to obtain it. You do? Really? What do I have to gain by lying? By lying. You're aware of those strange ruins scattered all over the country, right? Oh, yeah. Where the higher elements were active? Those are the ones. They're called spirit shrines. They were built on top of Septian veins long ago by the gnomes to encourage the formation of massive Zemarian ore crystals. These crystals were in turn used to create divine knights. So if there's any place in Erebonia to start looking for the vast amount you need, it's there. I had no idea. Why didn't you tell us this before now? Am I supposed to be a mind reader? It wasn't exactly relevant until now, so why bring it up? No need to bite our heads off. Hey, she told us now, right? All we gotta do is go to one of those shrines and we'll be rolling in ore. Let's hope so. We've got a lot on our plates, checking up on the country, but exploring a shrine's been our best lead yet. And no matter how difficult it might be, a little thing like a trial isn't gonna scare us away, right? Right. Oh boy. Wow, this video is almost 40 minutes long. With the discussion coming to an end, their destination had been decided. Before departing, however, Class 7 thought it best to check if there were any more requests for Prince Oliver, and the timing turned out to be quite apt, as he had very recently sent several their way. Cool. Right, I'll read these next episode. This one's from Klein. I'm happy to see that Habel's with him too. Not so happy about the airliner going missing though. Oh, doesn't seem like something we can afford to ignore, dangerous as it sounds. But look at this one. Uh-oh. Oh. What's this about reading a letter? As if we have the time to be concerning ourselves with this pathetic antics. I know what you mean, really, but ignoring it might be even worse. Yep, we've got our work cut out for us. Hey, Ring, I want to help look for everyone. Okay, of course, Fee. You're always welcome. I think Celine and I should come with you when you're exploring the shrine too. I was about to say the same thing. And make sure you're ready before you go. I wasn't kidding when I said the trials were difficult. I'm gonna add Emma because Emma's my healer and that's a smart idea. And then I'm gonna add Sarah and Laura. Yay. Alright, cool. I'm gonna save. Call it a day. So thank you for watching. If you like this video, you want to support, please press that subscribe button. Also like, share, press the bell. Next time I'm gonna go to the places and do all the things. I'm gonna look at my quest list and my new quests. And we'll see what to do. Kreutz and Furbrus, and that's a neat name. The sweetest of challenges. And Gone Air. Oh, that's probably about that missing airliner. Yep. Alright, we'll read those later. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.